Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a story so incredible, so mind-bending, it makes you question everything you thought you knew about reality. We're talking about a moment in history where the impossible became real, where reality itself seemed to tremble before faith. This, my friends, is one of those moments. Our story takes us way, way back to ancient Jerusalem, to the days of King Hezekiah. Now, imagine a king who genuinely cared. Hezekiah wasn't just any ruler. He was a righteous king, deeply beloved by his people. His entire reign was dedicated to something truly meaningful, tearing down idols, restoring the temple, and passionately calling his entire nation back to God. He was a beacon of faith, a true leader striving for good. But here is the thing about life. Even the most faithful among us aren't immune to its toughest tests, especially the test of mortality. One day, Hezekiah found himself in a dire situation. He lay upon his bed, weak and fading. His breath was shallow, his pulse faint, and the air in his chamber was heavy with the silence of impending sorrow. It was clear the king was on the brink of death. It was during this somber time that the prophet Isaiah entered the room. Isaiah, a man known for his direct and often unvarnished messages from God, bore news that struck Hezekiah like a bolt of lightning. Imagine being told, plainly and unequivocally, "Set your house in order, for you shall die and not live." Can you feel the weight of those words? They echoed in that dimly lit chamber, a death sentence pronounced upon a man who had dedicated his life to something greater. But here's where the story takes its first incredible turn. Hezekiah. He didn't just accept it. He didn't despair and give up. Instead, he turned his face to the wall, a simple yet profound gesture, and he prayed. This wasn't a prayer of ritual, not one filled with pride or self-righteousness. This was a raw, heartfelt plea, filled with tears. Tears that soaked the pillow beneath him as he poured out his heart to God. He pleaded, "O Lord, remember how I have walked before you in truth and with a loyal heart. I have done what is good in your sight." It was a desperate cry from a loyal heart, a plea for remembrance and mercy. And something extraordinary happened. The very walls of time, it seems, listened. Before Isaiah had even managed to leave the palace courtyard, before he could even turn a corner, God spoke again. And what a message it was. "Return to Hezekiah," the voice commanded, "and tell him, I have heard your prayer. I have seen your tears. Behold, I will add 15 years to your life." Think about that for a second. God, the creator of all, literally changed his mind, moved by a sincere prayer and heartfelt tears. Isaiah, probably still processing the initial heavy message, had to turn right back around. He re-entered the room where Hezekiah lay, still weak, but perhaps with a flicker of hope now in his eyes. When Isaiah came back in, Hezekiah lifted his weary head. Hope, fragile but real, began to flicker. But even with the prophet's return, the king needed a sign. He needed something tangible, something to prove that this incredible promise wasn't just words in the air. So he asked, quite reasonably, "What shall be the sign that I will recover?" Isaiah then did something remarkable. He pointed to the courtyard, visible from the king's chamber, where the royal sundial of Ahaz stood. This wasn't just any sundial. It was likely an impressive structure, its shadow diligently marking the steady, relentless march of time. And then, the prophet spoke a question that utterly defied all logic, all understanding of the natural world. Shall the shadow go forward 10 steps, or go backward 10 steps? Hezekiah, even in his weakened state, knew the answer instantly. He understood the profound implications. "It is an easy thing for the shadow to go forward," he said. Of course it is. That's what shadows do. That's what time does. It moves forward. But then he uttered the words that would ripple through history. "But let it go backward 10 steps." And at that very moment, the world held its breath. Imagine the scene. The sunlight upon the palace steps, illuminating that sundial, trembled, as if reality itself hesitated, paused, wondering how to obey such an impossible command. Then, slowly, impossibly, the shadow began to move, not forward, but backward. 10 steps. Time, the one thing that never bends, that rushes forward with unyielding consistency, obeyed. In that instant, the cosmos itself seemed to pause, not just for a king, but for faith itself. This wasn't a trick of the light. It was a cosmic rewind. Now, I can already hear the scientists among you. They would say it's impossible. They'd argue the Earth cannot simply reverse its rotation, that time doesn't run backward. And yet, according to the ancient texts, it did. And why? Because it wasn't about the mechanics of the universe as we understand them. It was about the one who made it. God didn't just heal Hezekiah's body that day. He rewrote a moment in history, a cosmic edit, to show that even time is his servant. It was a demonstration of absolute sovereignty, a testament to the power of prayer and the profound impact of sincere faith. Hezekiah rose from his bed, his strength restored. The man who had faced death now looked upon life with new eyes, eyes that had seen the impossible. He had lived through a miracle that defied every single law of nature known to man. And from that day forward, he knew something deeply profound. Life itself wasn't measured by the ticking of a clock, but by the heartbeat of divine mercy. It was a lesson for him and a powerful message echoing through the ages for us. This story, The Shadow That Moved Backward, is a vivid reminder that when faith truly bends reality, even time, the most constant force we know obeys. It tells us that there are forces at play far beyond our scientific understanding, and that the power of belief can unlock doors we never even knew existed. What do you think about this incredible story? Have you ever experienced moments that felt truly miraculous, defying all logic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more captivating historical and faith-based content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.